Hey y'all, I'm Sabrina, and for this week's video, I'm going to be discussing 5 different international service year opportunities. Now, these 5 different organizations I'm going to discuss in detail, and I have all of the links and information as well as timestamps in the description below. Each of these organizations are like an alternative for the Peace Corps in that they are service opportunities that allow you to go abroad, live and serve in the country for absolutely free. You're not paying anything, and you can be there for a year or more. Now, a huge disclaimer I do want to put out is while yes, my channel is all about providing you with the information and resources that you need in order to find jobs that let you travel, these organizations that I'm about to touch on are not for those of you who are going with your main purpose being travel. They are not organizations for those of you who are looking for volunteerism opportunities. Yes, with these organizations, you are going to be able to live abroad, really immerse yourself in the community, learn a different language, and see a little bit of the country. However, if you're going with the main idea being travel, then like I said, these organizations are not for you. Now, if you're someone who is looking to put service above all else, and your main reason for going is you want to help people in different countries, then these organizations may just be for you. Another disclaimer is that I personally have not served or worked with any of these organizations. So like always, after you watch this video, please go and do your own research before you apply and before you join. However, I really like these organizations and what they stand for, or at least what I've researched about them, because they're organizations that very much focus on you going and leaving a lasting impact. So after you leave the country and that place that you are serving with is not going to be relying on you or other volunteers to come. You are going to that country in order to teach them the necessary tools, skills, and provide them with the knowledge that they need in order to continue to grow their community long after you're gone. So feel free to check them out. Again, timestamps in the description below. So let's get started. Number 1 is Mercy Volunteer Corps. Now, yes, I did touch on Mercy Volunteer in my other video about US-based service opportunities. However, they also offer the opportunity for you not to only volunteer in the US, but also South America. Mercy Volunteer Corps' mission is for volunteers to cultivate mercy and justice in the world by embracing compassionate service, social justice, spirituality, and a simple lifestyle and community. With this organization, you will be able to serve in the country of Guyana, in their capital of Georgetown. You'll either be serving in 1 or 2 locations in this city, and they have a total of 4 service sites that you can be placed at. Throughout your 1-year placement, yes, it is a minimum of 1 year, your placement itself will depend on your skills and your interests. You are able to either serve at 1 site for your entire year, or 2 different sites. In regards to the requirements, in order to join this organization, you must be 21 years or older, a high school graduate, have no dependents, are currently living in the USA, and have some college, work, or service experience before you apply. One thing to note with this organization is that while everyone from every background and every faith is welcome, you will be living and serving in a Catholic environment, so that is something you will need to respect while you're over there. With this organization, you will be either serving in the education, healthcare, or social service sector. In education, you may be working with elementary, secondary, or special education. As healthcare, you could be doing anything from nursing, PT, OT, or health advocacy. And for social services, you may be working in social work, activities coordinator, adolescent development, and so on. And in total, your work week will total about 40 hours. With this organization, they do provide an apartment for you where rent is completely covered. They also cover healthcare, transportation, as well as provide a living stipend. Number 2 is the Sudan Volunteer Program, or SVP. SVP's mission is to raise the standard of English amongst ordinary Sudanese, who increasingly need it to access jobs allowing a reasonable standard of living, but lack the opportunity to develop key skills such as speaking and listening. With this organization, you have the opportunity to work in 9 different placement locations. All of these are listed on the website, and they give you a little bit of information about each of the locations as well. You will be serving a minimum of 6 to 7 months, or longer if you prefer, and your total working hours per week will be between 20 hours to 25 hours. With this organization, you will be helping teach English at public schools and higher education institutes. Now, if you don't have any teaching experience, do not worry, they're going to provide you with the training needed. However, if you do have past teaching experience, then you'll probably be able to teach full courses. This organization provides your visa setup, accommodation and monthly stipend, orientation and training, and it includes classroom observation hours. So basically you get to see how it works and they train you through everything before you just jump into the classroom. It's good to note that with this organization, you do pay for your own health insurance and your own flights or any other medical or background checks that are needed before you arrive in the country. Number 3 is UN Volunteers. UN Volunteers aims to mobilize volunteers to enable more people to be directly involved in humanitarian, peace building, and post-conflict recovery, as well as sustainable, developmental, and poverty eradication work of the UN. So here's the thing, with this organization, I'm putting this on this list to put it on your radar, because with this organization, they have so many different options when it comes to placement for location or the types of work and service that you'll actually be doing. There are so many options. You're going to have to go to the website in order to figure out yourself. And when I say so many options, I mean everything from taking care of kids all the way to the medical field or education or social services. The impacts you can make with this organization and the different placements they offer are extremely vast. So please head to their website and check out all the opportunities that they provide. As far as qualifications go in order to serve with this organization, what I can tell you is that depending on what you are looking for and looking to do, there are different qualifications for each of the service opportunities that they do have. However, as a general requirement for everything that you would apply to in order to serve with this organization, you do need some sort of degree or some sort of work experience in the field that you are applying for with them. You also need to be able to speak English, Spanish, French, or a mix of the three. Number 4 is Volunteer Service Overseas, or VSO International. VSO's vision is a world without poverty, and their mission has been to bring people together to fight poverty through the lasting power of volunteering. With this organization, you have the opportunity to serve in over 23 different countries, which are currently across Africa and Asia. However, they have worked with 90 different countries in the past, and it changes depending on the country's needs or who is reaching out to them for assistance. Therefore, definitely, depending on the date that you're watching this video, go to their website and see what is currently available for you. The programs themselves are long-term programs and can last up to 2 years. When it comes to the requirements, it definitely depends on what you were looking to do and what role you're applying for. However, as a minimum requirement in order to serve with this organization itself, you do need to be between ages of 18 to 75, have at least 3 years of experience in your professional field, or have a relevant degree or equivalent qualification. Now, yes, that does seem like a lot. However, right now, they do have a program for those of you between the ages of 18 to 35. This is a short-term program for people between the ages of 18 to 35 to volunteer for about 10 to 12 weeks. And if you want to check that out, there's more information on their website. Now, what do you do with this organization? The programs themselves focus on improving healthcare, education, and livelihood. They have a heavy focus on teaching so that when you leave, the people that you've served with, they can sustain themselves. If you're serving in the education field, you may be teaching various subjects or developing an education system that's beneficial and accessible to everyone. If you're serving in the healthcare field, you may be expanding and improving access to healthcare, education, possibly on sexual health. If you're serving in the livelihood field, you might be working with agriculture, fair trade, farming, or supporting local businesses. VSO covers your travel, your vaccinations, your accommodations, and your medical insurance. It also provides you with a living allowance in order for you to purchase the basic necessities that you'll need for day-to-day life. One thing I will say is that when I was trying to navigate this website, not all the information was directly given to me. However, I did find this really helpful article by, I believe the author's name is Nick Callis. I will link that article down below. He was super helpful. He's very good at explaining the entire organization and was super helpful in my research of this organization. Number 5, lastly on my list, is Concern America. And I will say this organization, in my opinion, is closest to the Peace Corps when you're viewing it from a bird's eye. Concern America's mission is to transform need into self-sufficiency. Their vision is healthcare, clean water, education, and economic opportunity for every community worldwide. This organization is a 2-year commitment, and you will either be serving in Guatemala, Mexico, or Colombia. Within these countries, you will be serving in isolated regions. However, it's important to note that in the past, this organization has served with 15 different countries, so it's possible that they will change and expand over time. The requirements for this organization is that you need to be at least 21 years of age, have a degree in whatever field you are applying for, and either be able to speak Spanish fluently or have the ability to learn Spanish at your own expense. With this organization, you will train local community members to be their own healthcare providers, water system builders, cooperative business members, and teachers. Basically, again, they're about sustainability. So when you leave these places, the people are able to use what you have helped teach them, so they won't need to rely on volunteers any longer. Concern America provides room and board, round-trip transportation, an annual trip home, health insurance, and a monthly living stipend. That's all for today's video. Hopefully I was able to put a new organization on your radar or give you some information that you did not know about before. If you have any experience at all with any of these organizations, please feel free to put the information in the comments below to help others who are doing their research into these organizations. If I miss any, like the Peace Corps, that you'd like to add, please again put those in the comments as well. Good luck finding the right international service hero for you. I really hope that wherever you go, you make a true lasting impact on that community. Until next time, I hope this helps.